that I actually have to be at a certain time. As far as all my self-employed work, that I will still be doing, and I haven't figured out where I'm putting anything yet. So yeah, I'm still kind of, figuring it out, but as I figure it out, I can just erase or whatever, and then once I've pretty much got it together, then I will block it in. But it's easier when I have a set work schedule. I've requested this week off because, like I said, I've been going through some health stuff, and I'm just I need a break. I need to relax. I got a lot going on. I need to give myself some catch-up time to get it together, and my exam is on Thursday, and I need to study. So I just needed to give myself a little bit of a break. And my job is great, and they're so flexible and awesome that they give us the, ability to do that. My job is so awesome, whereas if you give them enough time in advance, like a heads up in advance, they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. So I'm self-employed, and that's flexible. And then I also work for a great company, and they're flexible. So it works out a little bit. So when I already know what I'm doing, then I can model everything around my work schedule and my meetings. But being that I don't think I have any meetings this week, do I? Being that I'm not working my other job, there are meetings that I can go to that I normally can't go to because I'm working. So those will end up going in there. This is kind of like I made this in haste. And I was like, oh, I'm not working. I'm going to do this. And then I was like, wait, no. There are other things that need to go in here. So, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like it would be I feel like it would be really boring if I was to come in here and be like, oh, plan with me and watch me write into my planner when I'm going to do things next week. But if you guys want to see that, you can put it in the comments. I highly doubt y'all would want to see that. I feel like I'm not interesting enough for that. But anyway, let's move on. This video is already long enough. So I'm just going to talk about my color coding system and what I'm using. So I'm using BAM. Now I know what you're going to say. Oh my gosh, Ashley, you had 2 multi-pens with 6 colors in them and you were complaining. But now you have 6 highlighters and they're not even multi-pen highlighters. What? How is this keeping it simple? I'll tell you. These don't come anywhere with me. These stay at home, guys. I don't bring them with me. If I'm out on the go and somebody calls me and be like, hey, can you work this? Or, hey, can you meet me here? Or, hey, I want to get this. Can we meet up? Or, hey, I want to host a party, blah, blah, blah. I'll just write it in my planner in black ink. I'll write in when it's supposed to start and when it's supposed to end. I'll get home. I'll erase the start and end time, and then I'll just color it in with the highlighter and block it out appropriately. And then if there's anything I need to do for that, then I'll write it in, and that's it. So simple. I only need to have 1 pen with me at all times. Oh, thank God, right? So these are Friction erasable highlighters. This is the light version. And I will link the link to Amazon that I ordered this from. So I'll go and find it and put it in the description bar so that if you want them, you can get them. I'm going to tell you right now, they took forever to come. If I find them on Jet Pens or Goulet Pens with quicker shipping and better prices, I will also link that in the description bar so that you can have options. But these are great, and I like the pastels better because the neon brights would be nice too, but the pastels are subtle. They're not too heavy, so I just like them better. And each one has an eraser at the end, so if you need to erase, so if something changes, everything that I wrote in my planner is in Friction. It doesn't matter which eraser I use, it'll erase everything. So I think that's it for this current passion planner. So let's move on to what else I'm using. Get you out of the way. I recently grabbed a Martha Stewart It's just like the ARC system, Levenger. Is it Levenger that does it? Levenger, ARC, Disc Agenda. What is it? The Diva Disc Agenda from Kiki K or Doki Book. TUL. I think it's Tool. I don't know. I'm just going to say TUL so I don't insult the company. They also have a disc system. But I'm going to tell you right now, hands down, the first company that I ever saw do this, and Levenger may have been first, but I wasn't hip to it then. M by Staples ARC system was, and I used to have a pink junior size M by Staples ARC system notebook, and that's what I used as my planner for like 3 years. Yep, like 3 years. It was my first ever big girl planner. It was the first planner that I used. It wasn't a Mead. And it got me through college, guys. Anyway, so Martha Stewart Disc Agenda system. This is not the agenda. It doesn't have the agenda pages in it. It just has the notebook pages. So it does have some things like, you know, holidays and all this and importance, dates and all that stuff. I don't really write. I've only had this for like literally 3 days, but I'm gonna go to a blank page. It just looks regular, and I just keep meeting notes in here and ideas for, you know, if I want to make a video about something, then I just put those in, put the ideas in here. I may put some type of planner in here one day. I doubt it though. I love the disc system.